Hi, and welcome to Life is Good Today. We're back here in sunny Florida, and every morning I look at my app on my phone and I see we're the same temperature as Milford. So, Milford, you can thank me and Nancy and Doogie for leaving because when we left, the temperature came up in Milford and Cincinnati. It's our fault, and I know you're probably loving it. Anyway, as I drive down here, it's a 14-hour plus drive straight through usually, and excuse me, what I realize is that I got to get mentally prepared for the drive, and then when I'm driving, it's a mind game. In the beginning, I start thinking about, oh my gosh, I got 965 miles to go, got 14 hours, what am I going to run into? And then I got to get my mind off of that, because if I get into that, I'm going to get overwhelmed, impatient, and that's the first thing you don't want to do is get impatient on a 14-hour drive in the beginning, because you know you're going to run into some stuff. This trip down, we saw one wreck, and then in the evening in Georgia, shut down the expressway to one lane, which is a hot mess, 2 different times because they're repaving the expressway. So in those moments, it's like, oh, I know I'm getting thrown behind, I was making good time. And if I get into that game, school must go by. If I get into that game, then I can lose the game. And so the beginning of the trip, kind of the middle of the trip, and the end of the trip is a mind game. When I get to 12 hours, it's like, oh my gosh, 2 more hours. If I get into that, I'm gonna lose the game. It's like, oh, okay, make up some kind of game. So I do an hourly game. We're averaging this amount of miles per hour. We're doing this. So I make up all type of games to announce to Nancy, who oftentimes takes a little nap or whatever. We're a third of the way there. We're averaging 72 miles an hour. And I do that every hour. And the idea is to get my mind off of the thing that's going to trap me. And that's true of anything. When I think about my project now of Chico's Promise, writing the book, that wasn't such a big thing. But starting a nonprofit and saying I'm going to help assist 50,000 dogs is a real big thing, kind of a crazy goal. But I think with a ton of people and a lot of inspiration, that can happen. And if I get into believing it can happen, then I'm not going to have the success I want. And so in life, when we have things to do, it's important to remember that oftentimes it's a mind game. Make up your mind. And then you got to distract yourself in a way to get away from the distraction, so to speak. So you got to re-distract yourself. Okay, you know what, I'm going to focus on this so I don't get lost in that. So that being said, I gotta go post this and hope Facebook will cooperate with me. And before I get into that, I better just end this and get it done. So, life is good today. It's the only day we got, so I'm gonna have a great day here in Florida, and I hope you have one too, and I'll be talking to you soon. Bye-bye.